here. We're going to have a look today at elbow injuries, and I wanted to discuss specifically tennis elbow and golfer's elbow, which tend to be issues that we see quite a lot of in the clinic. Tennis elbow, traditionally on the outside of the elbow, right on that bony point, it tends to start just below as you're moving down towards your hand. It happens a lot of the time because you've got the tennis racket, so your impact point is much further away from your body and you're stressing that tendon. So increases in the volume of tennis you're playing can set it off. The dynamic of the tennis racket being hit by the ball can obviously put pressure on that tendon, and actually having the wrong size hand grip on your racket can change the dynamics around the elbow. So that's the tennis elbow, that's why it's got its name. Golfer's elbow is on the inside of the elbow, again from the bony point, going down towards the wrist. It'll feel tender along the muscle and into that point where it attaches into the bone. Golfer's elbow tends to be on the inside, so if you're a right-handed golfer, it tends to come from as you're hitting the ground, so we see a lot more of them through the winter, where the ground's heavier and the club is grabbed by the ground more. So it grabs and that puts that stress into that tendon. So that's why they're called golfer's elbow and tennis elbow. But obviously you can get irritation of those tendons from a number of different things. So it might be lifting, it might be gardening, it could be anything that you're doing that can set off those type of symptoms. And essentially what you've got is a tendinopathy. So tendinopathy is tendon attaches bone onto muscle, and if it's loaded excessively, there's a change in load or there's a change in the pressure. So changing how the muscles are working together in an area, you can load the tendon and cause irritation of that. We've got a fantastic page on the website on tendinopathies. It's linked below, so I'd suggest having a look at that, and it takes you a little bit through the outline of a pathway of what we're looking for and how we would treat tendon issues, because there's a really good, clear way to help get you on the right track. So from there, treatment stuff, tendons tend to require quite a lot of exercise work. So we would do a lot of isometric, so static work to load the muscle and load the tendon again to build strength up. And then as things settle and the pain starts to go, we can take that into movements and then build the tissue tolerance up from there. If things have either been quite chronic or maybe sometimes in the acute phase and the pain isn't settling, we have the option to do shockwave as well as a really good way to calm the pain down and allow you to get back to day-to-day function and allow us to get your exercises and rehab program going well and smoothly. So that's something that we can discuss if we need to. Outside of that, then we've got to consider what else it is. So obviously tennis elbow, a lot of people come in with elbow pain. They will have possibly some restriction in the elbow, so a lot of people, because we sit at computers, will lose the ability to turn the hand over, and that can change the mechanics around the elbow and loading the tendons, so that creates problems. Going up from there into the shoulder, we find a lot of people have weakness through their rotator cuff muscles, and that adds more load into there, and then even up into neck. So if you've got neck problems, first rib, this sort of area, from how you're sitting work or the job that you're doing in the day, that can also add into the problem of tennis and golfer's elbow. So as part of our physio assessment, we will generally look at your neck, your shoulder and your elbow together, make sure that we don't only just get rid of your symptoms, but actually get you moving, clear off any other restrictions that might be feeding into the problem, and hopefully prevent you from having a return of your current issues. Okay, so that's a little rundown. Golfer's elbow, which is on the inside, tennis elbow on the outside, what's happening and what we can do to help get you back on the right track. Okay.